Hey everybody, David here with MassLive. Today in front of me, I have a selection of cannabis-infused beverages. They are all made by the company known as the Drinkable Company, and they've just introduced their newest product, which is this Zenith Cold Brew. Like I mentioned, all these products have cannabis in them. They all have 5 milligrams of cannabis in every single one of their products. So today we're gonna try each and every single one that they have to offer. So starting on my left, as I mentioned, this is their newest product. It's a cannabis cold brew. Then these two cans right here are their brand of soda called Swivel. They have an orange flavor and they have a root beer flavor. The two tall cans in the middle are their teas. They're called Tiger Teas. They have a strawberry and a wild berry flavor. And then these three cans over here on my right are their line of seltzers. They have a black cherry, a lemon, and a lime flavor. So like I said, we're just gonna go down the line and we're gonna try every single one. So to be completely transparent, I am not the biggest coffee drinker, but I will try this just for the sake of trying a cannabis drink. So let's give it a go. And on first impression, it does smell very strongly of cold brew. So it's definitely gonna be strong, I can tell. And something about this cold brew too, it is made with coffee from Atomic Roasters. They're actually based in Peabody, so it's a local company as well. The CEO of the Drinkable Company also does own Atomic Roasters. So they do work with each other to develop the Zenith Cold Brew, which they actually launched in April. So it does taste very good. It's not very heavy, I would say. Like I said, I'm not the biggest coffee drinker, but this is something that I can definitely support people drinking. They do say if you're trying these products for the first time, you should really pace yourself and not try to drink too many because people's tolerances could be very different, especially if you're not used to drinking a cannabis-infused drink. So this is something, like I said, it's only 5 milligrams, so it's a pretty average amount from what I understand for cannabis drinks, but this is definitely a good starting point. So again, here's the Zenith Cold Brew, and I'll take one more sip. And some people might be wondering if the caffeine in the cold brew does outweigh or is impacted by the cannabis. And actually, it really does depend on your tolerance, and it depends on the strain of THC. All these products have THC. Like I mentioned, they all have 5 milligrams of THC in them. So if you are someone that has a generally low tolerance to cannabis, the more you drink, it could really impact you. Or if you have a really high tolerance, it could really have no impact. So just keep that in mind when you're trying these products. So moving to our right, my right, your left, the next product we have is their orange soda flavor. And when I did tour their facility in Gloucester, where they actually infuse the THC in all these drinks, the tour guide did tell me that this tastes a lot like McDonald's orange Fanta. So let's give this one a try. And what's crazy about that is that you really don't detect any of the THC. There's no really aftertaste, I would say. It does taste a lot like just regular orange Fanta, which I really like to drink. So if you're looking for a nice little substitute, this might be fun. Some of the benefits too of drinking cannabis-infused drinks is typically they're easier to digest. The the THC absorbs into your bloodstream a lot easier. And also, you don't wake up with a hangover as if you were drinking an alcoholic beverage. So if you want to try something new, like I mentioned, that maybe is a little bit healthier or doesn't have the same after effects as alcohol, these could be a really good option for you. So the next one here is their root beer soda. Like I mentioned, their brand is called Swivel. Try this one. That's actually really good. And I don't really like root beer, but that is tasty. It's not too sweet, it's definitely well balanced. And all these products, they are available in dispensaries in Massachusetts. I believe they sell in about 75 dispensaries at the moment. They do sell a couple of them in Maine as well, and they are looking to expand in New York. So if you look at their website, you can definitely find a dispensary closest to you. And then the two cans I have in the middle, like I mentioned, are their brand of teas called Tiger Tea. I am a tea drinker, so I was definitely really excited to try these. So the first one is their strawberry tea here. And we'll give this a try. And it is green tea infused with strawberry, like I mentioned. Same thing, you really don't taste any kind of traces of THC or cannabis, which I think is kind of nice because for some people they might not like that kind of taste on their palate. And that tastes actually really, really refreshing. The CEO that I spoke with of the Drinkable Company, he actually prefers the teas. He's also not a huge coffee drinker. And a big benefit to the teas especially is they are a really good calming agent. Mixed with the THC, you could really have some really interesting calming effects like reducing your anxiety or helping you sleep. So the tea might be a good option for people looking for those kinds of things. And then this is their wild berry flavor. We'll give this a try. This one is also green tea. It's not as sweet as the strawberry, but both of them are definitely not completely sweet in general. So if you like, maybe the best comparison I can give is like an Arizona. It tastes very similar to that. So if you're looking for, a very well-balanced green tea that isn't too sweet and isn't too heavy on like the flavor, like this is definitely a good option too with the cannabis infused. And then the last three we have are their line of seltzers. Their seltzers are actually the easiest product to make. They, I believe, were their most popular product until the cold brew was introduced earlier this year. And seltzers just appeal to a wide array of people, women, men, people that just want a casual drink, people that want to experiment with cannabis drinks instead of alcoholic beverages, like I mentioned, is a really good alternative for that. And they have a couple flavors, like I mentioned, the black cherry, the lime, and the lemon. So let's give this one a try. This one is the black cherry. This one's pretty bitter, I will say. It's definitely not as sweet as like a Truly or a White Claw. It's also not super fizzy, which I think a lot of people might not like a lot of fizz. I'm kind of in the middle. But also if you're someone that doesn't like a lot of fizz, like this feels like another really well-balanced beverage where it might not get to you as much. This one is their lemon flavor. You can definitely taste the lemon in that one. It tastes very much like your typical like polar seltzer, any other seltzer water that you would get. Really, really light. There is a little bit, I think, with this one, the kick of the THC, like I felt a little bit on my palate once I finished that last sip. But still, like from drinking all of these, like you really would not know that there is cannabis in them, which could be a blessing and a curse. But I think these all taste pretty well. I mean, this is the last one, so we'll give it a go. This is their lime flavor. That one is definitely a little bit more tart, a little bit more flavorful. It's definitely, if you like lime, you would like this. Not everyone likes lime, and I don't really like lime, but I actually like this. And like I mentioned, all these products are available in dispensaries across Massachusetts. It's under the Drinkable Company. They're the ones that make all these products. And as I mentioned, the Zenith Cold Brew was their latest product that they launched in April. So if you're looking for an alternative to alcoholic beverages and you maybe want to try a cannabis-infused drink, these are definitely some good options. They all have 5 milligrams, like I said, in each can, and it's a good starting point for people looking to try a cannabis-infused drink. And as I mentioned, depending on your tolerance, it could hit you if you have more beverages. If you just want to have one, just to kind of see how it goes, by all means, go ahead. But thank you so much for paying attention and trying all these products with me.